Okay. Says I'm live. Nobody's here yet, so that's good. Live chat, all messages. Okay. I'm gonna pack this pipe while we're thinking about it. Hey, there we go. Now it's working. Hey, Travis. Hey, Mike. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that last one. No chats at all were coming up. I don't know if you guys are typing or not, but nothing was happening. Now I can see you. Good. Hey, Willie. I survived. Yes, I am. I'm alive. Time to smoke a pipe, drink some scotch, hang out. All right, I just went out and bought some pipe tobacco today. I haven't bought any tobacco in a couple of years. So, I got some fresh stuff. Got rid of the old stuff. It's from a place called Pipe World here in town. Pack it down. Fill it up a second time. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I should have set the Hangout to be like 10:45 or something. What time is it? Yeah. Then it would have been perfect. I know it's a little bit late, but I didn't get off work till 10:30, and there was some traffic, and then I had to chat with the wife before she went to bed. And there's sirens in the background. Man, the stuff smells good. You know, I'm not a big pipe smoker, but I do love the smell of a pipe. What are y'all doing tonight? You know, it was really hot today. I know, Caden. Can you believe it? 6,000 subscribers. That's crazy. Doesn't make any sense. I'm very appreciative of that, though. Got my little pipe baggie here. Oh, it smells good. Getting ready for Vegas. Oh my gosh. Man, I haven't been to Vegas since November of, was it 2017? With my brother and my mom. That was fun. I love Vegas. I'm not a big gambler, but I love Vegas. Movie night? Cool. I'm gonna try to do this thing. I don't know if it'll work. Went to the gym, took a shave. Good job, Caden, going to the gym. I walked a ton today, like I do every day. Oops. Oh man, it's too windy out here. I'm not gonna be. I know I'm late. Sorry, Alex. Where'd my little tamper go? I was gonna use one of these because you're supposed to, you know, light stuff with like a little wooden thing instead of the butane lighter. Because, good evening, Craig. Because it imparts some sort of smell or something. Yep, girl Alex is with us. Let me find my little tamper. I just dropped it on the floor. There it is. Got it. Shout out to Daniel from Shout out to Daniel from FSU. Out there in Florida State. All right, let's get this thing going. So you spend more evenings with your subs with your wife. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. It's just we don't hang out on the porch that much, she and I. Good to see you, Alex. Good to see everybody. Courtney, anything interesting at work recently? No. University of Hawaii, cool. Oops. She doesn't. My wife does not want to be on film. She does not want to be on a Hangout. Believe me. She's like, who watches these things? I said, well, I watch live YouTube, Hangouts. I think it's interesting to interact instead of just, passively watching something. Agree. This is going to get real interesting soon, I'm sure. Good God. Tell her your subs want to meet her? I know. What are you smoking, Blue Ring? I'm just smoking some old pipe tobacco here. Alex, it doesn't matter. She doesn't understand. She's not interested. You know, it's kind of like I was watching Jack Black's YouTube channel earlier. And we all know how funny Jack Black is, right? And he does this video that's supposedly a gaming channel that doesn't ever game. And his kids are in the show with him, and they don't care. They don't care that he's Jack Black. He's just dad to them, and that's what it is with my wife. She doesn't care that, you know, what I do on YouTube. I'm just her husband, so I'm boring. Now we're getting somewhere. It's almost not cold enough to smoke on the porch tonight because blue ring. Had a dream about me last night thinking about this shape. What was the dream? Did I accidentally cut my head off? Tropic Thunder was hilarious. What was Willie's question about Barbasol? Denser pack, yeah. I keep tamping it down. I think I might have just squashed it out. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have any decent matches. And it's kind of windy out here, so there's a cool front coming through. My initial reaction to the Barbasol reaction. I was so excited. I was so excited. Hey, Mike. 10 degrees. They bring me the green. It's like shaving publicly and hung out and talk about alcohol. I'm not sponsored by Barbasol. They just appreciated the videos that I make in the support of their brand, and decided to send me that awesome goodie box, which I was very excited. That was very cool. I mean, I've never had anything like that before. I've never had any, you know, kind of like this major company say they enjoyed something you had done. And hey, Alan. Compared to straight razor shaving, DE shaving is easy as pie. But anyway, yeah, it was very exciting to be, and they're very nice at Barbasol. And then I got another email this week from a guy who's in, I think he's marketing and development, and he wanted to know if I had any opinions on the things they'd sent me. I think mostly the razor. Oh, she shaves with Jill is here. We got Shave Royalty watching us. Oh, Jason, you like Lefroy, or as my buddy calls it, leapfrog? I can't do the Pete, man. I cannot do the Pete. Like the thank you, Warbeard Bear. Chad got Parker 99R. Probably the peatiest stuff I can do is the Lagavulin, the 16, but it's a little too expensive for my taste. Speaking of Scotch, I don't think I'm feeling this. Your face was dry after you used those canned goose. I know, I saw that tonight. I'm not really feeling the pipe tonight, folks. It's too much of a hassle. I feel like it's taken away from my conversation with you. So I'm gonna just stick to the Scotch if that's all right with you. I'll put it down, see if it burns, and if it doesn't, that's all right. Okay? Because it's not cold enough for me out here. It's only, what is it now? 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, since I'm doing a blended Scotch, no, I don't do cigars really. I mean, I have smoked, and I do, you know, from very rarely. But the next morning, I get such a terrible taste in my mouth that it's like, ugh. Anyway, tonight we're doing a blended Scotch, and that Scotch is the famous Grouse. Now, this is a new blend that they just came out with. It's called the Famous Grouse Bourbon Cask. So pretty much all Scotch whiskeys are aged in American bourbon barrels, and but then when they make a blend, I guess they take their blend and then age it a little bit more in some bourbon barrels. And they also have a different one that is made in port barrels. You probably mentioned it before. Why did you start shaving with a safety razor? I can't remember. I think I saw a YouTube video about it or something. Yeah, I still have the famous grouse. Yeah, this is just a new expression, but they still have the normal famous grouse. Now this is the only time I drink Scotch on the rocks, is when it's a blend. I love port. Monkey shoulder is great because it's a blend of malts instead of a blend of malt and just sort of normal grain alcohol. Anyway, folks, first one tonight with this hand. A Parker Shavette. Boy, Michael, I think I'm done with shavettes. Did you not see my my video, the slancha, my shavette, bloody shavette from a long time ago, that I cut the dickens out of myself? Now tonight on that straight razor shave, I didn't cut myself, but I think maybe it just wasn't sharp enough. Maybe I didn't do a good enough job honing it. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I'm not going to blame my tools, that it was my technique that was wrong. I think I said that in the video. Oh, sorry, 63rd Street. Well, this will be on there here tomorrow. At least you got to say hi. You know, you don't have to stay up and watch. I know it's late there. Yeah. Kamasori for your next video. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, you drink. I like my Scotch neat normally, but when I'm drinking a blended Scotch, I drink it on ice. You know, just so you can sip it and not think about it too much. But when it's a nice single malt Scotch, then definitely neat with a little bit of water added. Yeah, exactly. A straight razor, like I said, maybe I didn't, helicopter, maybe I didn't hone it well enough, and I'll be the first to admit that it's me. You know, it's not that, no, I'm not going to drink. Unfortunately, that helicopter is one of the children's hospitals, so I hate hearing that helicopter, because it only means that some kid is in distress of some sort. So, anyway. What were we talking about? Oh, straight razors versus, oh yeah, get the Glenlivet. So the straight razor, I probably didn't hone it well enough. I probably didn't strop it properly. I watched a bunch of videos. I didn't buy the most expensive honing stone, which I probably should have, like a finer grit one. And I could take it to a local sharpener, and I might do that. I'll take it to him, sharpen it, and then I'll try another shave with that. And if I do, I guess I'll film it. I don't know. It might be a little crazy. If it's like razor sharp, like right from the sharpener, I might cut myself. But like I said in that video, I don't know if you haven't seen it, years ago when I started shaving with a double-edged safety razor, I think that Gillette and the other brand would catch on the safety razor movement. Maybe. Charles Roberts, who, yeah, stainless steel might not hold an edge. Yeah, that could be too. There's a lot of reasons why I might not have, had the sharpest, but piece of hamburger. Yeah, maybe so. Charles Roberts told me when I was asking the difference between straight razor shaving and safety razor, he said that a straight razor could never be as sharp as as the micron thin safety razor blade, and it stuck with me. And it's true. I mean, you really have to work at a safety razor to keep it that sharp, whereas a safety razor blade, did I just say, you have to work at a straight razor blade, whereas a safety razor blade is instantly sharp. You don't have to do anything. It's already sharp right out of the package. And you know, it's less awkward because the way you have to hold a safety razor, like I showed you, you're like doing this kind of stuff, and you can't see, and with a safety razor, you just zip, 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 zip. So, anyway, it's really cool. I'm glad I got to do it. I'm glad you guys watched it. If you watched it, if you didn't, it'll be on there. But sorry I missed a couple of chats. Let me see. Yeah, it's a cool looking straight razor. I think I'll keep it. How do I turn on all of the chats? I want to see. Oh, there they are. There we go. I can go back. Okay. Let me go back and look at some of these. 59 Fat Boy, cool. If it was honed right, I have a piece of hamburger. Thank you, Jill. Jill does not mince words, man. I like that. Second time shave with a safety razor. NYCKMP did a much better job this time than last time. All it takes to practice shave with a DE safety razor would be like riding a bike. Exactly. I will not be doing a shavette razor. I had a bloodbath with that razor, Chad says. Best knives are made of carbon steel, not stainless. One of the main benefits of straight razor, you could think of, is not paying for blades. True, but safety razor blades are so inexpensive. I know they're not recyclable, but, you know, we do our best, right? I mean, we recycle as much as we can, but there are some things, okay, I can't recycle it, but I'm going to use it anyway because it's better than buying cartridge razor. See that bug flying around? I'm going to zap it. We got one of those zappers over there. No, I'll take the blame, Alex. I'll take the blame for a shave that wasn't as close as it should be. There must be something. It must have been something, because there's no way that with 3 passes it should still have that much stubble left over. I don't think. It must have been me. I'll take the buck stops here. Okay, let me look back at the chat here. I'll give you a little advice. Bob Zeus, how you doing, Bob? There's a force in the universe that makes things happen, and all you have to do is get in touch with it. Stop thinking. Let things happen and be the blame. That sounds a little bit like Caddyshack, a little bit like Star Wars. I always enjoy watching your videos. Thank you, Michael. So I'm getting a nice shave-in. Just recently got into wet shaving after a friend recommended it. So, Michael, what did you do before? Did you use an electric razor? Hey, Benjamin. You think more guys will go with wet shaving after the Gillette ad debacle? I don't know. Those kind of news stories, they come and go like that, you know? So, I mean, I hope that more guys get into shaving with a safety razor, because you get a better shave and it's cheaper in the long run. I mean, if you spend, $35 on a really decent razor, like a Merkur or Merkur, however you pronounce it, or a Parker, or even a vintage, Gillette, and then you buy a 100-pack of, say, Bic blades or feather blades for $11 to $14. That's going to last you forever, and you're going to get a better shave, and you're going to feel there's something about it. I don't know what it is. It makes it less of a chore. Hi, Jose. Yeah, Alex, you can't recycle the plastics. So, I mean, we can't recycle every single thing we use, and we shouldn't feel bad about using those things, I don't think. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Sorry, I'm reading the things here. Do a review on the Walmart shave set. I haven't seen that. Electric and cartridge wet shaving. Now, but I mean, when you use a cartridge razor, you have to get your face wet, right? So that's why I always wonder, what's the difference between wet shaving? I mean, wet shaving means you're using water and soap or foam and everything, right? Paul Silver Iridium Blaze. I have no idea. I'm not as well versed as a lot of YouTube shavers. Maybe you've noticed. There are guys that have YouTube shaving channels that have so many products, and they have these shaved ends, these enormous. They have 15 different brushes and 45 kinds of soaps. It's like, good grief. And I really don't want that much. That's why I want to give away a lot of this stuff that I've been given by, the kind people. And I've just got more stuff coming in from great viewers like you. I mean, they're sending me stuff from Thailand. Nathan's sending me some stuff. There's somebody else contacted me about something from West Coast Shaving and, Barbasol. So there are guys that are way more well versed in the shaving accoutrements, as we say. And I just enjoy shaving and talking, I guess. And I hope you enjoyed me shaving and talking. And I wish I could figure out a way. I was trying to figure out a way to have these hangouts where you could like invite you guys in so you could actually talk so I could hear you, but I think you have to do that on a laptop. I'm doing this on an iPad, so the quality's not great, but it works. Let's see. Hopping on the big train, yeah, I agree you should. Yeah, you know what? I like it better than the feather too. Isn't that strange? Because I didn't know any better. I just hadn't tried a Bic, and that's what's so great. It's like you'll try, Michael's only 16. Yeah, my friend and I consider ourselves shaving enthusiasts. Good, good. I like anybody that's enthusiastic about anything, even if it's something I'm not into, Like you'll meet guys that are into, model trains or whatever. And it's fun to listen to them because they have something in their life that they love, that they're enthusiastic about. And I'm sure we've all met people that like just kind of have nothing, and it's more fun to be around people that are getting joy out of life. It's hard sometimes to get joy out of life because it's not all joy and it's not all just happiness. But Alex is enthusiastic about candy. What's your favorite kind of candy, Alex? Caden converted his brother to wet shaving with a safety razor. Good job. Yep, Better Call Barbasol. I know, that was one of the titles of my video a while back. Yeah, once you get safety razor shaving down, it's hard to go to cartridge razor. I agree. It feels weird. It feels like there's too much pressing your skin and like it's dragging too much. Usual setup is the Mula R107. People keep asking me to try the Mulas of whatever kind, whatever numbers, but I just don't have them. And I don't feel like going out and buying a bunch of new razors. If the Mula company or anybody wants to send them to me, then I'll try them. But I feel like I've got a good bunch of razors, and they're fulfilling all my needs. And I'm getting a couple more sent to me from some fine viewers. Excuse me. Let's see. Most antique razors, straight razor on a stick, is better than a straight razor. Gonna shave the. No, I'm not going to the. Was it Shave Southwest? I think that's what it's called. Ah, James Bond. There you go. Did you watch that Ken Surf's 007 shave? If you're not familiar with Ken Surf's shaving channel, he feels a lot like me, like he's my uncle. I don't know how much older he is than I am. He seems to be a little bit, maybe 10 or so years older. I'm not sure, but he seems kind of like my vibe, like more kind of like easygoing. He even looks a little bit like me. Let's see. Anything chocolate? Yeah, try getting a shavette. I already have a shavette, Neil. I did that in a video a while back and I nearly cut my face off. Reese's? Good job. Yeah, exactly. She shaves with Jill. Use a cartridge. I use an electric razor sometimes if I'm feeling really lazy. I'm not one of these guys that is going to rail against people that use shaving cream in a can, and you can't use a shaving, a cartridge razor. Sometimes you got to use that stuff. Sometimes you just got to get shaved. You just want to get out, So sometimes if I'm lazy, I'll use that electric razor that I have, or I don't really use cartridge razors. I have them. In fact, I gave one away. We had a family friend come to town, and he said, "Do you have any razors?" And I said, "Do I have any razors? Let me see." He really just wanted a cartridge razor, so I gave him one of the ones that the friend of the channel sent me a while back from overseas. Let's see. Jason just received your grandfather's Black Beauty. Your dad passed it down to me. That is cool. That is really cool. I wish I had my grandpa's. I think I saw my grandpa's razor back in the day because I remember thinking, how do you use that thing? I may have been in my early teens and can't remember what I was using. Probably, a Fusion. I don't even know, back in the late 80s, early 80s, mid 80s. But I think I saw it back then, but I wish I had it. I love that kind of stuff. Let's see. Don't give up on that straight razor. You can always use it to peel apples or trim your toenails. Oof. Yeah, just slice things with it. Slice and dice. Ginsu. Ginsu should come out with a new straight razor. Let me just go. I'm going back. If you see me doing this, I'm going back and reading the chats that because they on the iPad they pop up and they fade away. We'll sit in class and have an in-depth conversation about shaving. Nobody around us understands why we're enthusiastic. It's a great connection. That's cool. Couldn't believe how much cheaper they're compared to the Fusion. I know it. Every bit of shaving with a double-edged safety razor is cheaper than cartridge blades. That's one of the main reasons I was attracted to it. Because every time I go to the store and buy like that 4-pack, I'd buy the smallest pack that they offered because it was the least expensive, and it was still like 20 some odd dollars. I'm like, 20, like 23, 26. I can't remember now. It's been so long, and it hurt me every time. And so that was kind of what made me want to. With the combination of loving, hey, my life is a meme, my life is pathetic, is here. Good job. Want to hear about your Sam? Want to hear about your dating life? Yeah. So the fact that I was using a vintage razor was great because I love all things vintage and retro. And the cost and the shave was fantastic. Let's see. Yep. So I have your cartridge razors because no way could you take a straight razor onto a plane unless you check your baggage. Sweeney Todd, exactly. Sinatra. Oh, hey, Nate. Oh, you got a 1960 Fat Boy? That's the same year as mine. At least my grungy one. I can't remember which quarter it is. Have you? Tell me what date it is on the bottom. Use my cheapo eBay straight as a letter opener. There you go. Warbeard Bear got his dad gave him a 62 cylinder. That's cool. I wish I could get my dad into shaving with that. He still shaves with like disposable, cruddy blue plastic, like you shave with it 2 times and you toss it. I need to talk to him about that and have him on the show, right? I know you guys have talked about that. He'd do it. He'd be on the show in a minute. He likes to talk like I do. All right, let's see what else. Sam's here. Michael's here. Chad's here. Get a Micromatic. Yeah, people have talked about that, but I don't know what it is. I haven't really looked into it either, but what is the Micromatic? What is it? Describe it to me. 100 pack of Persona costs $12. I know exactly. 100 pack of Feather is like $14. 100 pack of the Bic is like $11. How about the toy shaving? Yeah, did you guys see that? I couldn't tell. I was at the antique mall today, and I took a picture of that little. Let me show you if you didn't see it. It was Playtime Kitty Shave. See that? It was like $20. They wanted $20 for this thing. Otherwise, I would have bought it. Anyway, that was cute. Let's see. Oh, you like the gem razors? See, I'm still freaked out by the single blade of those things. It just reminds me of something that you scrape paint with. Because, you know, like you put it in paint scraper, and so I'm like, ugh. So I've got this weird mental block about those. I've used them and they were fine. I mean, there's really no difference except it's only one single blade. Yeah, we need my dad on the show, you're right. You want to see me shaving? Check out the videos. Closest thing to a straight is a shave, yeah, I guess so. Craig still here? Surprisingly, many people go with disposable razors over cartridge systems. Oh, okay, Micromatic is the gem razor. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, see, I had no idea. I'm just clueless. Why do I have a shaving channel if I don't know this stuff? If you guys want to know the real stuff, talk to Jill. Oh, excuse me. Do a Charles Roberts tribute method shave. Yeah, I do have the cloth. I think I have a little primer left and some of the cutting balm. I have the stuff. Guys, if you have never seen Charles Roberts videos, when we're done here, I want you to check him out. Because, like I said, he passed away in 2015. But he had this whole system where he used a shaving cloth instead of a brush, and you just took a piece of soap, like a really fine piece of soap. The kind that I would buy from him was this verbena scented soap, which was fantastic, like lemongrass. and you put this kind of rough, coarse cloth, and you get it all soapy with that, and then you get the lather out of it, and you fold it over, and then you squeeze it out, and you apply it with your hands. But he came up with the craziest bunch. Charles Roberts, check him out. The method shaving. Charles Roberts method shaving. I'm drawing a blank at the moment, but he was a mad genius, and he came up with a bunch of crazy terminology for like normal stuff. Like he didn't call it stubble. He like called it the beard buttress, and like you gotta watch it. It used to crack me up, and you know it's sad now that he passed away, but you know, he was an interesting fella. Okay, I'm going back and reading. Let's see. Recommend big sensitive single blade for traveling. I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet. I'll have to try that. I'll try anything that's a single blade. I know how the cartridges work in the double and the 6 blades. I'll have to try out that Barbasol they sent me with, I think it has 6 blades and a trimming blade. I'll have to try it out. I always wanted to try method shaving. I hate that. Oops. Most Charles Roberts videos are personal. I know. Charles Roberts got me interested in it, and I went to his shop. It was downtown here in Austin, and I spent a lot of time with him. And like I said in the video, he actually shaved me once and nicked the heck out of my face. I mean, there were blood. I think he was trying to shave me as fast as he shaves himself. Like if you watch him, he like does go over the same section like 20 times to get he calls it gloss, to shave to gloss, not baby butt smooth, not BBS, gloss. He had his own terminology for everything. And that used to rankle people. It used to annoy people. And I guess it probably still does. I thought it was interesting and funny. Yeah, the beard buttress. The post third, cut all the forms. Oh my gosh. You guys need to watch that. Might as well admit it, you're a safety razor man. Oh, of course. All day, every day. Let's see. Thought about making my own soaps? No, I'm not a soap making guy. Stream method. Was he a guru? Not really. I kind of watched him at arm's length. I found him fascinating. He was a nice guy. He was really nice. He was the kind of guy where you would talk to him and you'd like bring something up and he'd go, "That is a really good point. That's a great point. That's a really good question," or whatever. Just positive. The buttress. That's right. You know what? I'll try to convince Barbasol to make a safety razor. I'll tell him, drop all the 6, 7 blade stuff. Go with a safety razor. Doesn't even have to be full metal. I mean, it could easily be full metal. I mean, they make, and don't make a cheap one. Don't make like the Chinese Weishi or the, what's the one that the Pawn Star guy is hawking all the time. I'm sure those are kind of cheap. Even the Vanderhagen look like they're cheap as chips, as the British say. Like they're not very well made. And they don't have a good heft to them. If they make a really good, honest to goodness, doesn't have to be adjustable, just a good safety razor, I think they would, dare I say it, rule the world. All right. Let's see. Do I like any tobacco soaps? I haven't tried any. Sometimes love comes to me. Oh, sorry. Alex is talking to Sam about his dating life. Sorry. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Your dad doesn't understand your recent obsession with the safety razor. Is it because I don't know how old your dad is, but I'm sure the older generation grew up with these safety razors. So they're like, why would I want to do that again? Now they've got 19 blades. I can shave my face in 1 second, when really they're not getting as good of a shave. Pardon me while I take a sip of Scotch. I'm just going on reading these, reading all the comments. Yes, get aftershave, of course. You need to hydrate your skin. You've just scraped your face for a few minutes with the sharpest metal you can find. So yeah, you need to put some moisture back into it with some sort of aftershave or moisturizer. Excuse me. It's afternoon in Thailand. Gillette's never gonna sell safety razors again. Never. We got too much money. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how much money. It's starting to get cold. There's a cool front coming through. My hair is getting messed up. They make way too much money on those cartridge razors. I guarantee it. Get a Barbasol puck. Interesting. Now, I did just buy. Hold on, I'm still reading the stuff. Let me read this. Let me go all the way down. Okay, here we go. Shaver the toy shaver. Okay. Osage Road's great. You want some pipe tobacco? Send you a sample. Cool. Thank you, Tyler. Okay, so yes, Jill, try the Osage. You'll probably like it. I can't promise you. Everybody's different. I haven't seen Donald Younger. So has always been selling Blaze, hence the insanity. Yeah, Mach 18. I know. So you guys, I showed you that vintage tube of Barbasol brushless shaving cream, which is all Barbasol sold from 1919 until about the early 1950s, and then they got the aerosol can, and that they never looked back. But they do sell currently, and I just purchased some from Walgreens. I had to order it from Walgreens.com, and they shipped it free to the store. It was like $4. Barbasol makes a brushless shave cream in a tube, and so I bought it. I haven't used it yet. I smelled it. It smells good, but I'm gonna make a video with that, and then I'm gonna make a video with the vintage one, and then I'll make a video with the modern one and compare the two. I'm really excited about that vintage one because it smells interesting. It smells like an old-fashioned scent, like a medicinal old-fashioned, like 1930s kind of smell. But Barbasol does make a brushless shaving cream in a tube. It's not an aerosol foam, and it's for sensitive skin. So that's the brand. But check out Walgreens.com. They sell for, like I said, it's less than $4, I think, and they'll ship it to your local if you have Walgreens where you are. Yep, Charles Roberts, interesting. Shaving among millennials has dropped 30%. That's those giant beards. That's what's to blame. Shaving in general must be the crummy millennial. Oh, let's not blame everything on millennials. Goodness gracious. Just a few things. Let's blame a few things. Sam wants job advice. Oh, okay. There's like beards. Do women prefer men with those big giant beards? Like if you're kissing a man with a big giant beard, is that, I guess everybody's different, right? Yes, I remember the rusty 80s Barbasol cans. I think I still have rust rings left all over town because of my old Barbasol cans. Sam, you need job advice. Last time it was dating, not advice, but encouragement. What's your job you need? And we can all, there's 48 people in here, and probably a lot of us have a job. And maybe we can help you out. Sam is young. Sam is 18, and it says, Alex, you don't have a job? That's fine. You don't have to have a job. I said most of us. I'm covering all my bases saying most of. Find something you're naturally good at, then job you want to find you. It's weird. So Sam, his screen name is My Life is a Me, My Life is Pathetic, which I've told him he needs to change. That's the first step. That shouldn't be your screen name. I've told him this before. Shave with a generic raisin, generic cream. I did think about that. I saw I think it was at Target. They had like some generic shaving foam in a can. Step one, crummy retail. Ugh. I never. Well. Oh, sorry, Alex. Yeah, it's hard to have a conversation. That's why I wish I could have you join so I could just hear you talk, because when I read, I've like moved on to a new thing, and I read a comment that was from another thing from 10 minutes ago, and it confuses me, and I come across as weird. It's a lot tougher than I thought to get. Now, for some reason, Sam, your chat gets cut off. Pardon me. All I saw is it's a lot tougher than I thought to get to get a job. That's right, Chad. I still consider myself the Bob Ross of shaving. Now, it's funny, I don't know if you saw, I think it was in the, no, it was right after Barbasol contacted me, and I said, now I'm King Barbasol. I said, now I guess I'm King Barbasol, and in the emails from Barbasol, they referred to me as King Barbasol. They said, hey, Sinatra, or should we call you King Barbasol? I said, no, I haven't earned that. Maybe a Duke. Maybe a prince, but not king. I haven't earned that. It's a little chilly. What's the temperature now? 67. Sorry, Alex, I know it's 10 degrees up there and you're probably freezing in your garage. Sam should get any job right now. Research the company you're interviewing with and ask questions, you know? The Jackson... Bob is the Jackson Pollock. Now, yeah, I said I'm the Bob Ross of shaving. I'm not the Mr. Rogers of shaving. He is too high. He is up here. I'm down here. Not that Bob Ross is down here, but you know what I mean. I'm not worthy of that title. So, let's see. Bob, you're not the Jackson Pollock of shaving. You're the... Oh, gosh. Did anybody ever watch Draw Squad with Commander Mark? You're the Commander Mark of shaving. How about that? Paul H's videos, yes, those are great. I love Paul H. He's got such a great kind of feel, and I love his accent. Very cold in Ohio. No, this is my afro. Is this not an afro? It's kind of an afro. Hey, Brian. The Miles Davis of... I want everybody to now give themselves a title. I'm Sinatra Lennon, the Bob Ross of shaving. King Barbasol, to some. What are you guys? We got Commander Mark of shaving. We got the... what was the other one? The Miles Davis of lather making. The Jackson Pollock of shaving. I know, Paul H has the floral arrangement. What's the story with that? I haven't watched enough of his videos to get the genesis of the flower arrangement in the background. But yeah, it's a nice touch. And he looks like he has a nice bathroom. Cheers from Brazil. How you doing? Is it Iuri or Luri? Is that a capital I or a lowercase L? From Brazil. Alex, you tore a back muscle this morning. My goodness. What were you doing? The Calvin and Hobbes of shaving. The Prince Joseph of shaving. The Franz Ferdinand of shaving. I just threw that in there. Oh, his wife is a florist. There you go. There you go. For Halloween, I'm going to dress like a Barbasol can. You know, I thought about making a joke when I said that they had the slow hand of shaving. There you go. The Fab Four of shaving. I said that... Barbasol had contacted me. Hey, from Chile. I've got a Chilean tarantula in there, my 6-year-old. Houston, H-Town. Mark, that's my hometown, Houston. So I was going to jokingly say, after Barbasol said they were going to send me a box, I was going to open a box and just have it be full of, you know, just loose shaving cream, just a giant... I didn't do that. It's a funny idea, right? It's the thought that counts. The Charlie Brown of shaving. Pepe LaFleur. No, I'm not going to any shaving conventions. I think I should. Maybe coming up. Maybe next year. I didn't even know about it until I was watching Ken Surfs and he was talking about Shave Southwest. I had no idea there was shaving conventions. Okay, I'm done with this. It's cold now. Hold on. I'm knocking out here. I'm not going to... Let me scrape it out with this. Not onto the... Oh, I got it. Don't need to skate. Favorite type of car? Favorite razor? My 3 favorite razors are my 1960 Fat Boy, my Rockwell, and my new Parker 99R, which gives me the closest shave of any safety razor I've ever used. It's incredible. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Yep, Mark, good old Houston. Still waiting for the... Oh, my favorite car, that's right. 61 to 63 convertible Lincoln Continental. If I could have any car, like as a fun car, that would be it. A 61 to 63. I actually used to own a 65 Lincoln Continental, not convertible, and I was single, and it was a beautiful shape. But I sold it stupidly. I should have kept it, but you know how those things are. It's kind of like guitars. You sell a guitar, and then you're like, I shouldn't have sold that. 2009 Pontiac Vibe. You just bought a near mint 61 slim adjustable for 65 bucks. That seems a little high, but I guess is that the going rate these days? I know, Jill, I had never had a Parker razor until Nathan from Thailand sent the dang thing to me, and he's sending me another one. I tried to talk him out of it. He's sending me a Merkur Future, or Futur, or whatever you call it. He was going to give it to his boss, and his boss didn't want it. But, yeah, the Rockwell, the Parker 99R, it just depends on what you want that day. Andre, you reckon any pipe videos coming up? Well, Andre, I was smoking this pipe earlier, and yeah, I'm a guitar player. I mean, you know, for fun, I can play guitar, and I've played in bands, and I do a weekly acoustic gig with a bunch of guys, Beatles thing. I was smoking this pipe, but I just wasn't feeling it tonight, and it wasn't, you know, it needs to be a little colder for me to smoke a pipe, and it's not cold enough out here. It's only 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm finished with my first. Is anyone else besides me and Alex drinking? Or Alex and me, what's proper? Drinking tonight? Because you need to be, if you're going to be watching this after party, because it is a party. We're going all night. We're going for 4 hours tonight. I'm just kidding. Michael, what kind of music are you into? Oh, first of all, Michael, what's your favorite guitar? Drinking water? Drinking Dr. Pepper? Good. Because there are a lot of you viewers that are under 21. Peppermint tea, I love peppermint tea. Coffee, love coffee. Just drive a lame ass 2010 Grand Cherokee. I drive a lame 2011 Honda Civic. I used to own a 65, Johnny Walker Blue, there you go. I used to own a 65 Lincoln Continental, and I used to own a 62 Thunderbird when I was single, before I had children. You're drinking Wolf Ranger 2008? Pardon me. I'm also drinking water from my Witch cup. Oh man, there's a dead mouse in this cup. No, I'm just kidding. I accidentally got some tobacco in it from the pipe. How'd that happen? Oh well, little tobacco never hurt anybody, right? Little tobacco never hurt anybody. Yep. I gotta pour that out. Classic Les Paul. There you go. I've always been a fan of Rickenbacker guitars because I'm a big Beatles fan, but as far as like Whiskey and Coke, good. Jim Beam, Double Oak. Oh, interesting, Double Oak. As far as like an everyday just play anything you want, can't go wrong with a Telecaster. Of course, I do like. I don't have any jokes, Hayden. I don't have any jokes. Dang it. Can't go wrong with a Telecaster. I've never been a Strat guy. Just had some Macallan single malt, smoked my Savinelli pipe with some Cumoys. Wow. Andre is living the life, man. Macallan is the best. I love Macallan. That is my favorite single malt Scotch. I know it's available, you know, the world over, and it's like the Coca-Cola of Scotch, but it is fantastic. And that's why I enjoy drinking this blend, Famous Grouse, because there's Macallan in here, along with, you know, however many other, you know, malts, and you know, the grain alcohol that they didn't blend it all with. But this is a new kind of Famous Grouse that I just found. It is the bourbon cask. It's the new Famous Grouse cask series. So it's a nice, easy to drink, smooth, very good and inexpensive. It's 20 bucks. Blend, you know, blended Scotch. So drink it over ice or drink it neat. In fact, I think I'm going to pour a little neat myself. Wait, hold on, let me go back. Drinking Malbec. There you go. Play a Fender P bass. Good job. If you're ever in town, we can have a little jam session. Hold on, I'm drying off my glass here because I had ice in it, but I'm going to do it neat now. But yeah, this is good. They also have a Famous Grouse. I think it's called Ruby, I think, but it's aged in port at the end. So this one is aged again in bourbon cask, but the other one is port, and I love port, and it gives it a really fruity and a slightly more red. Of course, they add caramel colorings with these blends, so it's not that big of a deal. Cheers to the weekend. Oh, not one more drink, Alex. No, we've been only going for 49 minutes. This is going 2 hours tonight. This is a double extra. You know, I don't have Sliema. Is that how you pronounce that? Sliema? I don't have a particular port that I like. I just like port. And CR7, I can't understand the Arabic, unfortunately. But hello, CR7. Okay, let me go back up here and read some of these. Jill is drinking some witch hazel tonight. I'm just kidding. Let's see. McAllen. Okay, let's see. I have a channel that just plays music. That's right, but you have to find it yourself. That's right. Thank you, Chad. You cannot tell the name of my other channel. It is a secret, but it's not really a secret. It's just for some reason, it's been my little thing where like I have a whole other YouTube channel where I just play guitar and sing, usually Beatles music, and sometimes some other stuff. But you have to find it yourself. Some people know. Chad knows. Mike knows. Mike, you still there? Mike Wynn? Let's see. Mark would love to send you some when you're ready. Send me some what? 12-year? 12-year what? McAllen? What are you going to send me, Mark? Of course you can. Are you kidding me? I had a guy from California, Mike, send me some whiskey not too long ago. Some California whiskey. It was like kind of moonshine kind of stuff. I'm really into rock music, but I've really been branching out lately. Plan on building a Telecaster. Michael, good job, man. So Michael, you're 17, you're into wet shaving with a double-edged safety razor, you're going to build a Telecaster. You are doing it right. Good job, man. Best guitar in the history of music, Sultans of Swing. Well, everybody's different. Everybody has different, you know, like somebody else would say Stevie Ray Vaughan, somebody else would say, you know, a blues player, you know, one of the Freddie King or something like that. And that's the beauty of it all. That's the beauty of music, is that there's so much, and there's so many different kinds, and there's so many different people and so many tastes in the world. You can love it all. Or you can just love one or two things. The Coca-Cola of Scotch, that's right. Yeah, the Coke is good. I love Coke. Coca-Cola. It's fantastic. Cheers to the weekend. Glenmorangie. Mike. Oh, there you are, Mike. Have some Glenmorangie. I could be a DJ. I am a voiceover guy, Michael. I do voiceovers for a living. I'd give famous Grouse a try. Oh, jeez. Andre, if you're ever in Texas and you bring me a bottle of Macallan 25, I will make you an honorary #1 gold leadership level Sinatra Lennon. What I will be grateful, because that is expensive stuff. Sorry, I'm going back and reading the chats here. This is really good. This is really good. 12-string ovation. Jason, the backs of the ovations are curved though. It's hard when you're sitting down. Like, doesn't it, when you're playing it, doesn't it slide out? When I've played them, they always slide out because they're kind of plastic. Blue Ring, you're a lightweight? Oh, come on, that's okay. You don't have to be a heavy drinker. Make me want to grab my bottle of Crown Royal. Blindfolded shave? No way, man. Have you seen the movie trailer? Oh, yeah, I saw that yesterday, where the Beatles didn't exist. This guy wakes up in the world, and the Beatles never existed, but he remembers all the Beatles songs, so he claims he wrote them all. No. Let's see, legendary cover channel. Some of my videos where I play the guitar on my other channel. That's right. But don't tell anybody. They have to find it themselves. What crazy people watch someone playing a guitar? I'm going to play guitar and shave in one of my videos. How about that? All shirtless. Now, I have a shirt on now because, you know, I'm not an animal. Al Di Meola is a great guitar player. I could never play like him, and I never would want to. If I could just play as well as John Lennon, that's all I need to do. Because he was a rhythm player, he could play a little bit of lead, and that's kind of what I can do too. Play Spanish. Stevie Ray, yeah, Stevie Ray. We've got a statue to Stevie Ray here in town. I live in Austin. Let's see. Shave with a straight razor, smoke a pipe, fountain pens. No, you know, I don't have any fountain pens, Pepe. Pop or soda? No, we call it Coke down here in Texas. Everything's a Coke. Hey, you want a Coke? Yeah, here you go. And you hand him a Dr. Pepper, and it's a Coke. Can't go wrong. Coke Zero and Bacardi. I know, I love Coke Zero and rum. I love rum. Bacardi goes well with anything. Alex watches the other secret channel too that's not secret. Do a review on WSP's Gaelic Tweed. Who sells that? Get yourself a cup of tea, Craig. Clapton is God, has been since the 60s. Not shaved blindfolded, me neither. McAllen 12, be on your way. Oops. If you want it. Oh. Mark, you don't have to send me. You don't have to send me that. I love it, but I mean, you know, I'm not going to say no, but you don't have to. A lot of Deep Purple. No, Deep Purple's a little bit before my time. You know, there's some music of the 70s that's just a little, because I was born in 1970. Some of it's just a little bit like it didn't quite connect with me. And now I'm not that familiar with their work, so I'd have to, like, you know, have somebody that really knows what they're all about. Kind of get out of here, moth. You better not land on my scotch. I'll die happy, I guess. You're gonna lose that beard. There you go, Tyler. He is trying to get my scotch. I'm gonna cover it up. All right. So instead, I grabbed a bottle of Boyer 2015 Santa Lucia Highlands Monterey County Riesling. Whoa, that is, you typed that all out, Jill? That's something. Tried any Indian blades? I don't think so, Mayank. I don't think so. And please pardon me if I mispronounce your name. I think I mispronounced that correctly. Play some local gigs? Dang, Michael. Michael, you're my new, you know, hero for getting it done at 17. Believe me, I was not doing anything cool at 17. I was just desperately trying to get a girl to go with me to prom, which I did. No, I didn't play high school sports. I played a lot of baseball when I was a little kid for the YMCA. Hello, Finland. Dosetti. Slash. Hey, Alex, you and my wife would get along. She is the biggest Guns N' Roses fan you ever saw. Chad, can't go wrong with Barbasol. Hey, Alan. Alan's in China, everybody. You say Beatles, I say Rolling Stones. I'll see your John Lennon, raise you Keith Richards. How about we get them all together? Did you ever, Warbeard Bear, have you ever heard of the Dirty Macs band? The Dirty Mac? I think it's Dirty Macs, or Dirty Mac. Dirty M-A-C-S, from the Rock and Roll Circus when John Lennon played with the Rolling Stones. Have you ever heard of that? Check it out on YouTube. The Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus. John Lennon played with Keith. I think Keith was playing bass, but you don't have to have one or the other. You can have them both. That's the beauty of it. The hair bands in the 80s, yeah, like Steel Panther. Bazooka Joe, do you know of Steel Panther, the modern fake 80s metal band? Hair band. I know Zakk Wylde. I know him, but I don't know of his work. Pardon me. I'm a fan of country music. I'm a fan of old country music, not modern country music. Like, I like Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, George Jones, Merle Haggard, the old stuff. That's what I like. Oh, of course, Alex. You know, the little profile pic is so tiny. It's like smaller than an M&M. Stevie Ray Vaughan, of course. Alan Jackson's great. I do like some 90s country and 80s and 70s. But the new stuff, not big into. Stevie Ray Vaughan, yeah, he's, you know, there's a Guitar Center here in town. That's right, Bob. Guitar Center bought Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitar that he nicknamed Lenny. And if you're a fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's there. It's just hanging there in the Guitar Center. I saw it today. So you can go see Stevie Ray Vaughan's actual guitar that his wife bought him in probably the 70s. He couldn't afford it, so his wife got together with a bunch of friends and bought it for him, and he wrote a song called Lenny, which is what his wife's nickname was, and beautiful song. If you don't know anything about Stevie Ray Vaughan, he was an incredible guitar player who died on my birthday in 1990, actually. But he spent a lot of time here in Austin, him and his brother Jimmy Vaughan. Nordic metal, interesting. Craig's into Nordic metal. Do I enjoy air dancers? I don't know what that is. I know, so many country singers have left us. I know. I was just watching some Waylon Jennings and Hank Williams Jr. videos at work tonight. Don Williams. Oh, Don Williams. I love Don Williams' voice. My gosh, and it takes me back to the 1970s and going to this one rundown hamburger joint that I used to go to with my dad and my brother. Because it seemed like he was always on the jukebox at the place in Houston. It was a place called Rosnowski's. And they made the best greasy burgers and fries. Oh, gosh. Don Williams, love him. All right, Andre, enjoy the straight razor video. Spoiler alert, I do not cut my head off. I've always been curious about your big golden ring. Oh, this is from the University of Texas. This is my class ring from college. Well, the Beatles really like George Harrison's solo work, yep. Hey, Harrison and Clapton, they were Eskimo buddies. They both fell in love with and married Patty Boyd, Patty Harrison. Patty Clapton, did she change her name to Clapton? It's been wonderful talking with you, but I have to go. All right, good night, Michael. Keep it going, man. You're off to a fantastic start. Keep it going. Keep it going. Whatever you're doing, keep doing more of it. Tell us more about asking my girl to the prom. Conway Twitty. Conway Twitty is so funny. Now, I do love jazz, like kind of smooth jazz, like Dave Brubeck and Vince Guaraldi, and kind of that traditional jazz, trad jazz, as they used to call it in England. But what was I going to answer? Asking my girl to prom. Okay, so oh yeah, Conway Twitty. He was like in the 70s and 80s. He put out like the sexiest songs. Like he was the sexiest man alive, and he like you see him, and he's like this goofball with a big curly head of hair. Anyway, yeah, in high school. I didn't date any girls until I was a senior in high school. I was overweight. I was dorky looking. It was not a pretty picture, you know. I didn't blossom until I was about 30. But that's a good thing. I was a late bloomer. Yeah, John Coltrane. Yeah, that kind of stuff was great. Because if you peak too early, then you're just going to be chasing that feeling that you had in high school, like you were the king of the world when you were 17. So I peaked when I was I started to peak when I was in my 30s. So it's on a slow decline since then. Anyway, yep, Take 5 and Brubeck's always in the background. I just tell Alexa to play Dave Brubeck, and they play whatever. Ask me again in a second. For me, double D. Yeah, you. Anyway, so I was in high school. Lil Pump, is that a rapper? I'm not sure. Is that one of those rapper guys? Is that a rap guy? Does he do rap singing? Anyway, so I finally got a girlfriend in my senior year of high school. Her name was Margaret. I'm still friends with her on Facebook. It'd be crazy if she was watching my videos. And we just started dating, and then it just so happened that we were dating, in the middle part of the year, and then we went to prom together, and it was as awful as prom always is for everyone. Prom is never fun. It's always full of everyone's awkward, and they are nervous, and they're randy, and they don't ever or they drink too much. The prom is always terrible. And in fact, my wife and I went to parent prom last Saturday, because the elementary school that my kids go to has something called a parent prom, where we all get dressed up and we go to prom. And you go with your wife, and it's as boring as normal prom is, but you dance a little bit, and since there's a range there's a range of ages of parents. Like I'm 48. I'm one of the oldest parents there at the school. So my heyday was in the 80s. So my music, my dancing fun music is the 80s pop kind of music. The top 40. And but then they stopped playing the 80s music. They start playing the 90s. That's fine. But then they play some kind of more modern stuff, and it just doesn't hold my interest. Pardon me, my goodness. I had some pizza at dinner tonight, like few hours ago with the wife and kids. And cheers, drinking some scotch tonight. Let me go back. No, there wasn't a lot of no VO screaming today. Luckily, I did that a couple of weeks ago. I can't talk about it. I'm still under the NDA, but there was a lot of screaming in a session I did. Let's see. You got a nosebleed. You got your debit card. Yeah, expensive. I got my my parents to pay for my prom. Let's see. Didn't do anything till you were 24. Trimmed your beard cheeks with a straight. Oh, good job. Coltrane. I think I pretty much got all that. Check out Stratton Wilson on Facebook, young blues and rock guitar player. Now, you know who's a great blues guitar player is Gary Clark Jr. He's another local Austin guy who's fantastic. Revolver's the best album. I'll love you on the street to defend its title. Wait, I will love you on the street to defend its title? What does that mean, Joseph? Revolver was the best album? I would say that if you put Rubber Soul and Revolver together, that is the best album. Rubber Soul and Revolver. You put Hard Day's Night, Rubber Soul and Revolver, all three of those together, and then you throw in some tracks from the White Album, some tracks from Abbey Road, and Please Please Me. You gotta start with a Star Standing Out. That is the best Beatles album. All 7 of those albums. How many albums did the Beatles put out? I can't remember off the top of my head. 12? 13? And that's all from 1963 to 1970. So in 7 years they put out that many albums. That's crazy. That is crazy. How many albums has Lil Pump put out? Is Lil Pump a rap singer? I still don't know who Lil Pump is. Let me ask Siri. Who is Lil Pump?
Here's what I found.
Yeah, he's an American rapper, singer, and songwriter. This kid rocks at 15. Stratton's my man. Oh, he's 15. That's cool. Scottish band Runrig. Runrig, interesting. Also felt alone in my love for Marty Robbins. You're not alone, Tyler. Marty Robbins is great. Gucci Gang. Yeah, I've heard of that. Hayden, how old are you? Because that is, you got to be young to know who the Gucci Gang is. That's the first time I've ever said the words Gucci Gang before. No, Tyler, you are not alone. Marty Robbins is great. And have you seen Merle Haggard do his impersonation of Marty Robbins in front of Marty Robbins? It's on YouTube. You've got to see that. Merle Haggard, Marty Robbins impersonation. And he does it in front of Marty Robbins. And Marty's kind of like, oh my gosh, this guy is as good as me and sounds exactly like me. Is he going to steal my thunder? And this is like back in the, late 60s, early 70s. It was great. All right. Hey, Jim. How you doing? Listen to Hear My Train A-Comin' by Hendrix, and then listen to Gary Clark Jr. when my train pulls in. There you go. Yeah, Gary Clark Jr. I saw Gary Clark Jr. for the first time open for Chuck Berry here in town a few years ago. Actually, probably 14 years ago now. When Chuck Berry was still alive. Gary Clark Jr. opened for him, and I'd never heard him before. I was like, this guy's fantastic. And then there was an after party at a bar near the theater where it had gone on, and Gary Clark Jr. was at the party, and I talked to him just briefly, saying, you're fantastic. Can I floss? No, but my 8-year-old can. Hey, from Waco. Hey, Matthew. Lil Pump is 18. Oh, why are we still talking about Lil Pump? Merle does Johnny Cash, Merle Cash. That's good. That's good. Hey, Boulder, Colorado. Oh, Hayden, you're 15. There you go. That's how you know about our old buddy Lil Pump, Lil Pump. But my brother lives in. I'm not sure exactly where in Colorado Boulder is, but my brother lives in Bayfield, Colorado, just outside Durango. I do like the Who. I like the early Who better than the 70s Who. Like before the pre-Tommy Who. I like. Like My Generation and that kind of stuff. That's great. Bought the exact synthetic shaving brush you received from it. Good. Good job. I know. B.B. King, of course. You can't go wrong with B.B. King. And the great thing about B.B. King is that you can play a blues lead like B.B. King very easily, because he was very economical with his notes. Like, you listen to some guys like to say it because Alex mentioned him earlier, Steve Vai, or those kind of guys in the. Is Joseph leaving? All right, see you, Joseph. Good night. They play a lot of notes. They play as many notes as they can find on their fretboard. But then there's some guys that are very economical, like B.B. King. He goes, "Pipper, pipper." You know, it's like that's it. He does two notes together, and it's like, oh, the feel. It's fantastic. But it makes you feel good if you're just learning how to play lead, like I did a while back, and you're like, oh, I can actually kind of sound like something now, and I don't have to, shred. I love Joe Bonamassa's personality and his approach to guitars and vintage guitars and amps and everything. I'm not a huge fan of his style of music. I mean, he's an incredible player, just fantastic. But I love his personality and I love his attitude. Like when he gives you a tour of, what does he call it, Nerdville, USA? Joe Bonamassa is like a blues guitar player. Who collects, who's got, obviously gobs of money, and he can collect like the finest vintage guitars money can buy. But he's real cool about it. He's like, yeah, I play these things. I take him out on the road. I buy this $175,000, Les Paul from 1959, and I take it on the road. That's what it's meant for. So, yeah, I love him in that way. Have I ever partaken in cannabis? Derpy Herpenson. It's illegal here in Texas. I would never do such a thing. I have been to Colorado, though. Good evening, Chris. King. Oh, what did you think? What did you think, Chris? I don't think I sharpened it well enough. I don't think it was sharp enough. Or something was wrong. Runrig had 45 years in the Scottish music industry, sang in both English and Gaelic. Interesting. Let's check it out. I've got my phone here, luckily. Get the old iPhone. It is getting a little cold out here. I was never a fan of Frank Zappa. He was a little bit too out there for me. I liked, gosh, what's his daughter's name? That did Valley Girl. I know it was a total joke, but no, I never. I don't smoke. No, I don't smoke. No, actually, I don't smoke. But no, I've never done Jewel. Moon. Was it Moon Unit? Okay. And she did the Valley Girl song. That was funny in the 80s, but no, I never. It's actually getting kind of cold. It's 65 now. Ooh. All you people up there in Ohio and Illinois that are freezing your behinds off. Don't you feel bad for me out here in the 65-degree porch? Good night, Chad. Hey, good luck with that safety razor. You bought the Rockwell, right? Good luck with that. And let us know how it goes. We're going to be going for another, what are we going for, an hour and 12 minutes so far? We're going to go 2 hours tonight, folks. We got about 47 minutes left, which means I need to get a little bit more water. And I've got enough scotch here. I need a roll call from everybody. Alan, you're in China, right? Yeah, 26 up there in Dublin. Hey, Dublin is where Barbasol is located. Yeah, it is cold. Oh, you got the Parker. Okay. Good job, Chad. Good night. 18 in Chicago? I know. I'm going to have to put on a jacket because it's got below 80 degrees today. It was 90 degrees here in Austin today. 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius for those of you people that don't read Fahrenheit. Yeah. 47 in San Diego? Are you crazy? 65 in Hawaii. Nice. Are you in Hawaii, Travis? That's right. No, I've never tried manscaping with a safety razor. Derpy, you're asking some weird questions tonight, buddy. 62 in Delaware? Wow. Should I run away with my girlfriend? I don't know. That requires way more information. Evening from California. It's 50 degrees there. Northern California? 6 a.m. in Scotland. Oh, good morning, Barry. Are you having some coffee this morning? I hope so. Kauai. I've never been to Hawaii. Got a lot of rain out there. I know. California's getting a lot of rain. It's midnight here in Austin, Texas. And it's morning in Scotland. Run away alone, go to Mexico. No, don't do that. Mike's been to Kauai. I haven't been to Hawaii yet. I'm going to California in March next month. going to LA, and then going to Joshua Tree, and then Palm Springs. So we'll be out there for spring break. Going to Disneyland, finally. I've never been to Disney anything before in my whole life. Favorite TV show of all time? I don't know. I love Breaking Bad. I love, what else do I love? Mad Men. Do I smoke cigars or a pipe? More often a pipe. I should do this just to prove that I had a pipe out here. I did. I got all the piping. I got all the pipe stuff, but I just wasn't feeling it tonight. I don't know. I got it all out. I bought some tobacco today, some fresh tobacco, but I just wasn't feeling the pipe. Get your coffee on, good. Originally from New York, moved to Kauai. My goodness, that's great. Shanghai, 16 and she's 17. No, you're too young, Nick. Too young. I know. They've ruined Joshua Tree because of this government shutdown, and I guess people were cutting down trees. Come on, guys. What the heck? Better Call Saul? Yeah. People always say I look like Nicolas Cage. I look like Better Call Saul. They always say I look like Better Call Saul instead of Bob Odenkirk. What else do they say? Kevin Nealon. What else do I get? All right, Jason. Good night. Everybody say good night to Jason. Here's to you, buddy. Jimmy Neutron. That was way after my time. That was. Do you remember waking up Saturday mornings in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s? And they had the best. I mean, that was the only time they had really good cartoons on. New cartoons. I mean, you'd come home after school and you'd watch like old Bugs Bunny cartoons and Heckle and Jekyll and those old ones from the 40s. That's how I learned about, the characters from World War II. I know I haven't watched Sons of Anarchy. I have a friend who absolutely was in love with that one blonde guy in there, so I always tease her about it. But, expecting a shout out when you become big because I've been here since. Well, Scott, I'm not going to become big. I'm just going to be me. I hope I become smaller because I remember that diet I was starting a couple of weeks ago. That fell by the wayside. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just had to be in the right frame of mind to do it. I know it's terrible. I know. Who's been here since the beginning of the stream? Me? I was here before the stream even. I was sitting out here talking to an iPad. Yes, I listened to Casey's Top 40 growing up. Absolutely. I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet. I know. Bob, I need to do the keto diet. I do. But I want someone to do it for me. I want someone to make the food for me and tell me what to do because I'm tired of thinking about it. Oh, I know it works well. And I know it's better than the Atkins thing where you're just... Is it Atkins where it's only like 0 carbs? I remember the weekday afternoon Saturday morning cartoons, Kids WB. Roadrunner, yep. Wile E. Coyote. Too much bass in his pitch. Compared to Chris. Too much bass in his pitch. You heard anything about No, Dunkin' Donuts, no. Is it cold where I am? No, it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit, Will. Although it is cool. There's a cool front coming through. It was almost 90 degrees today. Tom and Jerry, that's right, Pink Panther, and all those 1940s like Warner Brothers cartoons, the Flintstones. Jimmy, new Gillette Skin Guard safety razor. No, I didn't even know Gillette made a safety razor. Huckleberry Hound. What was the one? Well, a lot of Scooby-Doo, like. Three Stooges, Little Rascals. That was great. I think I showed my kids some Little Rascals and they thought they were pretty funny. Much of the conspiracy theories? No, I'm more into debunking most of the conspiracy theories, Warbeard. Because I was into the conspiracy theories years ago, especially the JFK assassination, and then I started to realize, wait a minute. A lot of this stuff has 0 evidence, but I think we discussed this on the last live stream. Someone was asking me about the Paul McCartney is dead hoax. And I was like, oh my goodness, no. First time they ever cut back on the blades. Interesting, Chris. That's interesting. Trainer in college. My wife still goes and I donate. Cool. Seems trying keto soon to reset. Yeah, I know. You know, Tyler, it's going to be hell to begin with, but once you get in that pocket where you're like doing it and you're doing it right, you're going to feel so good and you're going to keep doing it. That's exactly how I've been doing it for the past 20 years. Rin Tin Tin and Sky King. Oh boy, that was, yeah, it was before my time, multi-sooner. Used to, yep, Jetsons, Flintstones, yep. Oh no, Warbeard, yes, we did go to the moon. We did. We did. The Earth is not flat. The Earth is not flat. Did you ever listen to Coast to Coast? You know, I listened to Art Bell back in the day, and I used to love, like, it was on too late for me, but I used to love him talk about being in the high desert. Art Bell from the high desert in Dreamland. I was like, oh, that sounds so cool. Like, I had no idea exactly where that was, but yeah, I used to love that, and he passed away not too long ago. My first car ever was like a 1979 Pontiac, like a brown, turd brown Pontiac. Oh, good. Earth. Yeah, Earth is definitely a sphere. It's an oblate spheroid, if you want to get real technical about it. How often do I shave? Every day. Art Bell's on. How often do I cut my hair? Every few months. Expecting snow or freezing rain in San Angelo. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, because we got these cold fronts coming through. Of course, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Electric Company. That was a great one. Electric Company. I loved the Electric Company back in the 70s. Favorite sport? Probably baseball. I played a lot of baseball when I was a kid. Love football too. American football. Is Boomerang now streaming? Matthew, what new razor did you get? Skylar, his first car was the 1999 Toyota Avalon. See, 20 years after mine. I actually used to have, I think I had a 1998 Toyota Avalon. Yeah, I always jokingly said it's the finest luxury motor car. The 1998 Toyota Avalon. Do you like luxury? Hey, you guys! Exactly. Was that Rita Moreno that did that? And the Easy Reader was on there, and the Spider-Man little things they did. Don't let me use our green metal flake 65 Mustang. Oh, you lucky dog. Oh man, I wish one of these days when my kids are older, they're only 8 and 6 right now, so I have a long way to wait. Yeah, luxury. I'm gonna get that 1963 Lincoln Continental convertible. I'm gonna get it. I mark my words. The whiskey's winning. Oh, good night, Warbeard Bear. Thanks for joining us. Oh, up there in Montreal, Scott. Morgan Freeman. That's right, Morgan Freeman. Thank you. No, I never did radio. Never did radio. Yeah, Hayden, you should definitely switch to a safety razor. Here's what you should buy. Let's see, what should you buy? What should Hayden buy? He's 15. He's using Harry's razors, which are, Dollar Shave Club Harry's. They're all over the place, so they're like getting a lot of people to use their stuff, but they're cartridge razors. What should he buy? Now, I would say get the Parker 99R, but it's aggressive, and I don't think it's a good beginner razor. I mean, it will shave you cleaner than anything, and it has with me over the past few weeks since I've gotten it. But I'm wondering what he should use that's slightly milder than that. Suicide doors, yes, of course, you got to get that link with the suicide doors. 72 Chevy Nova. It was your first, cost you $600. I wish I could afford a Tesla, Alex. Those things are great, but too expensive right now. What safety razor I recommend to you? Yeshua? Guillermo? I'm not sure. Depends on if you've ever used one before. Hayden? Alan says get a Dovo SR. I don't know about the Vanderhagen. I think they look a little too cheap. What color for the Continental? I'd get the Kennedy blue. Kennedy blue or the LBJ kind of white. But I'm listening. I think I hear it. I think there might be a raccoon in the background. Hold on, let me look. Or it could be a squirrel who's been chewing on our soccer goal to fill his nest. Anyway, sorry. Let me look at the chat. Hold on. Merkur 34C, the Micro Touch 1. Start with a mild raise. Yeah, I'd say a Merkur 34C. And the Merkur 34C is about what, 35 bucks? Yeah, so Hayden, go with the Merkur 34C. Get it off Amazon or wherever. I think it's about 35 bucks. There is something over there making noise, but I don't know what it is. It is an animal. I'm gonna go get my pistol and take care of him. I can't. I live in a normal neighborhood. Okay, Alex, I'll take you up on that. Yeah, Vanderhagen, that's what I thought. It looks like a Weishi. I've seen it in the store and it looks too light and too cheap and it won't give you a good shave. Don't go with the Vanderhagen. Plus it's expensive. It's like 25 bucks. That's crazy. So pay $10 extra and get a fantastic razor, the Merkur 34C. Even though I haven't used it, everybody talks about it and everybody raves about it. Yeah. Let us know how it goes, Hayden. Really do. You know, like post on, you know, another video later or something just to let us know how it goes. Top 5 movies of all time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got to get my old Thumbbuster pistol out. My old, I have a single action, couple of single action. I actually got married wearing 2 single action pistols. I gotta show you this. My wife and I had a themed wedding. It was Old West themed. How cliche can you get living in Texas, right? But it was Old West themed. Let me do a search here in Google 2007. And I gotta show you. Let me find it. But yeah, it was in an Old West town in Boerne, Texas. Good grief. And everyone dressed up like the 1800s. Pardon me. Like actual Old West time. Not like fake West. Oh gosh. Let me do this. August. All right. Here we go. I'm going to show you, try to show you, a picture of me at my wedding and how we dressed. Oh, here we go. Oops. So all of my my wife's bridesmaids dressed like saloon girls, and all of my groomsmen and groomspersons dressed kind of like oh gosh, what was the Wyatt Earp movie with Tombstone, like the guys from Tombstone. Come on, of course the Wi-Fi is not working. Pardon me, this is a fascinating stream. You're looking at a guy looking at his iPhone. Okay, we're getting close. Okay, can't have those guns in Quebec. Yeah, that's right. But we're down here in Texas. Anything goes. You can walk around with a gun on your hip again these days. Fastest shave in the West. No, Alex, I'm not going to show you a picture of my wife because she doesn't want to be on the thing. I know, it's terrible. I'll show you a picture of me. All right, so this thing is. Okay, here we go. We're starting to get somewhere. Okay, now we're almost there. I went to Vegas on my honeymoon. I'm looking at pictures of Vegas. I'll show you a picture of 2 of the bridesmaids, okay? First of all. So there's 2 of the bridesmaids in their saloon girl outfits. I mean, this was a full-on, we even had, in the middle of the ceremony, we had a gunfight that I had to break up and save and protect the honor of my soon-to-be wife. We scripted the whole thing out. I had the two Old West pistols that I had blanks in them, and we had a gunfight. It was, and I don't think a lot of the guests knew that it was going to happen, because I mean that doesn't happen, right? In a wedding. Ah, this thing is going so slow. Come on, man. Ay caramba. Maybe I'll have to do this another time because I feel like I'm just ignoring you. All right. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna put it down, and then if it loads, it loads. Yes, Scott. Austin is definitely. Austin is definitely. Oh, thanks, Jim. Thanks for $2 super chat. Austin is definitely a different sort of city than the rest of Texas. It's much more. It's the home of the University of Texas. It's the seat of government. It's the state capital. It's much more. Hey, Will. Everybody say hi to Will. He's got a shaving channel. Will Carter. Check him out. He's been a friend of the channel forever. Yeah, Austin's very liberal. Texas, like Austin, is a little blue spot in a big red state. Yeah, Will's great. I like his videos. He needs more subscribers. What's up, Steven? How you doing? My phone is still loading these dang pictures. Goodness. I'm trying to show you pictures of my wedding where it was in Old West. It's getting cold out here now, dang it. Okay, wait, all right. Okay, look, here's a view of me and my groomsman and my groomswoman facing off against the bad guy. I don't know if you can tell, but they're all, see, that's me right there. And these are my groomsmen. These are the people watching the show. Hey, Nate, thanks for the $1. So they've got their guns drawn because the bad guy is over here. You can't see him. But we all dressed up in, that's my dad there, my brother, my friend Claire, and my friend Scott. And yeah, we're keeping Austin weird. But yeah, that was the Old West. There's a teepee over there. Anyway, that was the Old West wedding. All right, that's enough of that. Anyway, we're getting close. Wait, 92 minutes? Oh, that's only an hour and 32 minutes. That's not too bad. I got $3 in a super chat. I think I got one super chat once before. You know what those are? That's where like you can. Now, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you what they are. It's like you see that little money thing. You can give the person money. Don't do that, please. I'm just telling you what it is. Will you make some more guitar videos on your other channel? I need to. I've been neglecting that channel just because I've been focusing on this one. And I started with that one, and then this one surpassed that one so much. I was like, oh my goodness, I have an obligation to do the shaving thing. And but yeah. Now, how many people watching the chat now know? Now, don't say if you do know, and don't say what the channel is. Because that's you have to earn that right. You have to find it yourself. It's not that hard. How many people in the chat right now know of my other channel? Don't say my name and don't say the name of the channel. How many people know of my other channel where I play guitar and sing? Tyler found it. Clay. Oh, Bob, you haven't? Craig found it a couple years ago. We may have to just tell them. Let's not, but we may have to. Chris found it. How did you find it? Alex, yeah. Hi, Jamel. Steven's been looking. All you gotta do is look up like Beatle guitar, live or something like that. Google me, yeah, there you go. You need 1,000 subscribers to get super chat? I think so, Jill. I'm not quite sure. Is that right, Clay? My cover of Are you kidding me? That's really cool. Doing well, Jamel. Doing well out on the porch. It's getting a little chilly. You like the iPhone better than the Android? Yes, you'll like Will, you just changed to an iPhone from an Android? I've been an iPhone guy since 2007. Jim found it. Jim, is it pronounced Jim Rader? Because I knew a guy named, his last name was Von Rader, that was spelled the same way as yours, but with Von put into it. Chris, yeah. Will, yes, sir. Yeah, just do a search for, we'll give it away right now, 325 C58. 325 C58. And that'll, you'll find me. Unfortunately, that's a guitar I sold a long time ago. Oh, Mike! What's Super Chat? Don't know what you're talking about. Okay, everybody, now I've got $5 in the Super Chat. I said don't do it. Oh, Rotor. Gotcha. Thank you, Jim. Bought an iPhone 7 Plus today. Still got to set it up. Will, I'm your man if you need any help with Apple advice. I got the iPhone 8 Plus, so I'm really cool. Oh, look at that. It's me and me looking at me. No, I'm not cool. They're now up to like 10 hours. I know this is a shaving channel. Where do you get your hands on the Maple Glow in the first place? I just, I think I bought it from a place called Will Cut Guitars, but that was in 2003. It was a long time ago. You can't, they were still making them back then. But that was my, just one of my dream guitars. My actual dream guitar is the 325 C64. Get a Huawei? Yeah, Alan's in Shanghai, so he'll hook you up with a Huawei. Should I have any more? I don't think so. I think I should get some more water. Because remember, I got tobacco in this water. We're drinking the famous Grouse tonight, but it's the famous Grouse bourbon cats. Clay, you were born in 2003? Is that right? So you're 15? Nate found the other channel. Where's the flask? The flask is still inside. You know what I'm going to do with that flask, everybody? That flask that Barbasol sent me? I'm going to fill it with Osage rub. I'll teach you to swear in Quebec French. It'll help you in all aspects of your life. Good. So Clay, you're 15, and the other Hayden is 15. Clay, meet Hayden. You're both born 2003. My goodness. That's some. How come you're watching an old guy on? No, don't send me money for a Tesla. How come you're watching an old guy that shaves stuff? That's interesting to me. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad. It's just interesting, curious that you would want to take part in this sort of a thing. Hayden and Clay. Sorry, I had to remember. Yeah. Mark, you feel old? What about me? I was born 1970, for goodness sake. Your humor reminds me. Oh, Grandpa. I guess I could be somebody's grandpa. Oh, my goodness. That's the first time anyone's ever said that I remind them of their grandpa. But that's okay. That's all right with me. That's good. Well, good. Thank you, Hayden. Jill. She's got underwear older than him. Pardon me. I do like Lagavulin, Stephen. That's the only peated whiskey that I can drink because I'm not into peat. I can't do peat. I just can't do it. Like I can't do Lefroy or some of those other ones. But I do like Lagavulin. It's a little pricey though. It's like $89 where I am. No, you didn't mean any offense. I was just joking, Clay. No offense taken. I thought it was great. Where am I from? I'm from Houston originally. Facial wax? No way. No, sir. Sean's gonna go shave? Yeah. 22, Sliam is 22. I've never tried Lucky Tiger aftershave, Alan. But a facial wax, I've never even heard of that. That would be terrible for your face, wouldn't it? Like your skin's too sensitive on your face. I could see like your back or your chest or your, whatever. Oh, don't be a sad face, Herm. Don't be a sad face. I just don't want to do a facial wax, that's all. Now, bikini wax. Yeah. How long have I been playing guitar? I think I started trying to play in 1988, and then I kind of fell by the wayside. I only got a little bit. and then just kept at it, and I finally like broke through, and you know, was able to play something that I wanted to play, and be in a guitar store, and you know, practice, um, you know, a song and not be embarrassed with my lack of skill. I remember that specifically. Like, okay, now I can actually play and not have someone in this guitar store go, "Oh, that guy's terrible." All right, let me look back here. There's the one channel I want to blow up so that's oh, thank you. Now, how do you pronounce that? Ty Cat number 16? Tick Cat number 16? I appreciate that. What's my other job besides YouTube? Voiceovers. I do voiceovers for a living, like commercials and video games and Japanese anime and the Texas lottery, that kind of stuff. Scott, are you the only one that gets excited to go to sleep so you can shave in the morning? No, you know, I sometimes will lay out the stuff I'm going to shave with the next day. You know, like, ooh, I'm going to use this tomorrow. Like, sometimes you'll be inspired. Let's see. Get some Howlin' Wolf on. There you go. Oh, yeah, good old Howlin' Wolf. Smoke a cup of coffee. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Fun listening and shaving right now. Mike, you're shaving right now? What time is it where you are? Let's see, which videos have I done? I know I hadn't heard that voice. I know, you know what? It's Bryan Cranston. You know, here's the funny thing. Your grandpa does voiceovers? Who's he? That's funny. That's cool, Clay. Mostly casual sometimes. I did a voiceover for a Japanese anime called Gatchaman, which was released in the United States in the early 70s and 80s as Battle of the Planets. And my character, his name was Joe in the original, and then I think Jason in the Battle of the Planets. And at one point in the 80s, Bryan Cranston had voiced the same character. Like there was like 100 some odd episodes, so they would, you know, just take a few and then release them as a new thing. And Bryan Cranston actually did voiceover for the very same character, which is, you're right, it's weird. We share. I wish I could have the jobs he does. You know, you hear a lot of famous people doing voiceovers now. It's like, leave it for us, you know, little guys. Give us some of those ones. All right, let's see. Well, I'm French. If anyone can smoke coffee, it must be. Smoke coffee. Scott, are you in Canada? Oh, it's only 10:30. Gotcha. What kind of name is that you wish to see? Goodbye to that guy. All right. Sinatra, your grandpa might be related. That's right. Oh no, Sinatra. Yeah, me and your grandpa might be competing for the same voiceover gigs. I hope not. I actually did on that same Gatchaman, Quebec, on that same Japanese anime Gatchaman. I don't know if you've ever seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, but the guy that played the hitchhiker in that movie, I worked with him on that because he played one of the characters too. I still have never seen that movie myself, but a lot of people love it. It's like a classic now, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Anyway, he's a crazy guy and very talented. Ed Neal is his name. Oh, he was saying some weird stuff. Tyler. It's like, I didn't like his vibe, so out of there. I don't normally kick people, but when you kind of get a little hint about something, it's like, not sure about this guy. Yeah, the Eggmen was a band I was in. Another band is called Ouch, with an exclamation point. If you look up YouTube Ouch Ruttles, Rutles, you'll find me there. I do a weekly gig here called Beatle Bash with some friends at a local place where we play Beatles music acoustically. So if you're ever in Austin on a Tuesday night, come out and see us. Finish your bottle of wine. Alex, are you done for the night? I know it's late where you are too. You're in Chicago. I mean, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting tired. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. I said I'd go for 2 hours, and I'm going to go for 2 hours. I might have to take a little restroom break here in a second. You might have to get a little chill in the air. Now it's 61 degrees. Oh, see? Is it freezing cold? Are you in the, Alex, you in the garage? Are you sitting next to the Tesla? That fancy Tesla. No, I never crossed paths with the guys that did Optimus Prime, unfortunately. Alex Good, hang in there with me. Peter Cullen, yeah, that guy's classic. Still doing the voice of Optimus Prime after all these years. No, I'm not going to bring you to the restroom, Tyler. I might go over there in the yard and come back. That's gross. I don't want to get a strike on YouTube because I was talking about urination in the public arena. Who's vaping? Not me. I don't vape. You should have your agent contact Retro Studios when they start to Metroid. Craig, I actually did voices for Metroid Prime 3. Funny enough, I did some voices for Metroid Prime 3, so I should get in touch with them and have me back again. Some of the guy, yeah, 325. Is that right, Clay? Clay, was it you, or was there also someone else that said that one of my guitar videos was what made you start playing guitar? Was that you? Hi, Rick. It's gonna snow there in Quebec until April or May. Yeah, that would not be fun, Scott. Yeah, you played some other guy? So wait, Clay, do you have any videos? I would love to see a video of someone playing that had been somehow inspired by, something. Okay, good, cool. What guitar do you play, Clay? Because unfortunately I don't have that 325 C58 anymore. I sold it. I shouldn't have. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I know who you voiced. Yeah, in which one? Gatchaman? It was Condor Joe. Joe the Condor? Hold on. I'm going to go back to the phone here. Show you a picture. Condor Joe. There we go. Gatchaman. I'll show you a picture of the guy. Here we go. So this was the character I voiced in Gatchaman. Anyway, Joe the Condor, or Condor Joe. And it was like 100 some odd episodes. Yeah, you should watch that, Mostly Casual, sometimes. Alan, you're in Shanghai. What time is it in Shanghai? Is it, fairly early in the morning? Hey, Craig, how you doing? Am I subscribed with PewDiePie? Hayden, I'm 48 years old. 48-year-olds don't watch PewDiePie, buddy. We also don't listen to Lil Pump. That was my favorite soap to shave with. I'd have to say the Margaritas in the Arctic by Sterling Soap. Cheap electric guitar that I got for Christmas. I played rhythm guitar. That's cool, yeah. Man, John Lennon always said, I'm a rhythmer. I play rhythm guitar, but he could, but he also said I can also make it move and howl, which meant that he knew just a little bit of lead. You don't have to be, you can just, I didn't start, learning how to play lead until about 2 years ago. And I just played rhythm and been perfectly happy writing songs sometimes, playing in bands, and having a great time. Still use that gold executive razor more. Hi from Corpus. How you doing down there in Corpus? Great sponsors that gave hundreds of dollars of product over the week. That's cool. Just started lefty on guitar. Cool. Fender Strat or Gibson Les Paul? Tell you, Bazooka Joe. While I give complete props to both of those guitars, neither one. I would not pick either one. I would pick a Telecaster over a Stratocaster any day. I learned how to play on a Stratocaster, and I've played Les Pauls, but Les Pauls, they don't do it for me. The tone and the feel and the weight, and Strats generally don't do it for me unless you get a really good one. But I'd say Telecaster. I mean, if I had to choose just a guitar to play lead on, rhythm on, get the tones I like, looks good, is a 50s looking Telecaster, which is what I have. I have a classic vibe 50s Telecaster. Spent like $350 on it. Fantastic guitar. All right, let me look back on this thing. Where does one get the margaritas and the Arctic soap? Sterling Soaps, Scott. Stirling. Sterling Soaps. I think it may be sterlingsoaps.com. Just Google Sterling Soaps. Oh, it's 2:30 in the afternoon in Shanghai. Wow. So you've already had lunch and everything? A Rolls razor. I do want to try a Rolls razor. That's one of those crazy ones in the big silver thing, right? That you strop. It strops itself. It's like a single bladed, almost like a straight razor, but it strops itself. It's like from the 1920s and 30s. I do want to try one of those. I've seen them in antique stores, but I never knew exactly how they worked. And then I saw a video recently of somebody using it. I was like, oh, I should try that. All right, let's see. Whew. What the heck is a Lil Pump? No, he's a rap singer, Alex. He's one of them rap singers. Play Ibanez guitars. Ibanez was never my style. That was more like a style of music that I didn't play. I have nothing against any style of guitar. I just have preferences. So if, I bet that an Ibanez would be really easy to play lead on and be able to play fast with probably like a thin, like a slim neck. But like the style, the visual was never my thing. You know what I mean? I'm more like classic, classic old school guy when it comes to that, like everything else. Is it weird to have my own Wikipedia page? No, it's not really weird. I guess it's just kind of, anybody can have a Wikipedia page. Love Famous Grouse? Yep. Famous Grouse Bourbon Cask. This is a new one. It's a different expression, as they say. Did I enjoy using the straight razor? Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. I didn't do a good job of it, though, because it didn't really shave me very closely. I don't know if that was, what the problem was, and I hope to remedy that. I'm going to take it to someone to sharpen it, because I think that may have been it. I probably didn't hone it correctly. But, yeah, it's kind of cool to use it. And when you do it, and when you actually get it done, and you get, 3 passes without cutting yourself, you feel kind of cool. You feel kind of cool. I mean, it's certainly it's like the covered wagon compared to the Tesla. The covered wagon is the straight razor. The Tesla is the double-edged safety razor. But even though they came out with that in the early, 1900s, they got it right out of the gate. All right, let's see. I'll send you a package of Quebec stuff. That'd be cool, Scott. Just if you want to get in contact with me, SinatraLennon@gmail.com. Gabriel, I haven't used any Taylor of Old Bond Street yet. Billy Joel is great. Of course I'd watch a YouTube channel with Beatles covers, Clay. Of course. Just do it and then let me know where it is. Absolutely. Let's see. Roofless Liquid. Haven't tried that. RG has a Wizard 3 neck that is real slim. Oops. Like slimmer necks are thick. I don't know exactly. I sort of like the feel of like a chunky 50s Telecaster neck, but also a slimmer, more modern. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I've been such a rhythm guitar player for so long that I'm just now getting the leads and understanding like, oh, there's a big difference. Elon Musk is your other god, Alex. Try shaving with a machete next. Yeah, I already did. You missed that one, Spencer? I shaved with a machete. Thanks, Rick. What time is it for me? It's late. It's 12:39. It's almost 12:40. Yes, Clay. Clay, I want you to do a video tomorrow. I want everyone to Clay Novak in the chat right now. He's 15 years old. He was inspired by my one of my music videos on the other channel. It inspired him to play guitar and also perform, which, I never had done anything like that when I was 15. So to start that early is great. I didn't start learning how to play guitar until I was, 19 or 20. So you got a head start on me. That's great. So by the time you're my age, you'll be way better than I am. So that's good. So yes, Clay, record. It doesn't have to be anything great. Just, hey, Hamish, how you doing over there in Australia? It's got to be what, 12 hours? It's like almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon there. Anyway, Clay Novak, do a video tomorrow of something. Doesn't have to be good. You can mess it up. Just record yourself and put it up there, and then let us know where it is. Link in like the comments of this video, and I'll check it out, and then we'll talk about it. Will, this is my college ring. University of Texas college ring. Graduated in 1992. Oh, thanks, William. That's cool. No, Clay's going to do one tomorrow, his first one. So he doesn't have any content yet, but by tomorrow, or at least this weekend, if not tomorrow, at least Saturday or Sunday. So Clay will have, and then everybody let's subscribe to Clay, and that'll inspire him to do some more, hopefully, put some stuff out there. Oh, it's 6 p.m. in Australia. My gosh, my times are off. 6 p.m. Oh my God, that's crazy, isn't it? This is a great big giant world. I can't review the plastic toy razor because that thing was $20. They wanted $20 for it, which is insane. It should have been maybe $8, but I would have bought it if it was, you know, less than $10. But $20, that's crazy. It was a cute, funny little thing, but I'm not spending $20. I could spend, you know, I could buy another bottle of this for $20. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired, guys. I don't think I should go 2 hours. Must have been 115. So we got, what, 5 more minutes? I can do it. Less than 5 minutes. Well, so it's been a fun day. I've been looking forward to posting that straight razor video. I did it yesterday because I think I said it in the video. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna... Do I have a song preference? No, whatever you want, Clay. Whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. Anyway, yeah, I was looking forward to sharing that that shave with you because I know I've been teasing it for a while, but I've been practicing, and I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna keep that straight razor. I'm gonna. Hey, Guatemala City, Bodie, how you doing? Thank you, brother or sister. I'm not sure. Bodie, I'm assuming brother. Pardon me if I assume your gender in this day and age. Get people mad if you do that. Anyway, I'm glad I got to share that with you guys today, and thanks for joining me on this. I got a lot more stuff coming up. I got some vintage Barbasol cream. I got some modern Barbasol cream. I got some vintage Gillette Techmatic razor that I'm going to try with a refill head even. I saw Ken Surfs do a video on that, and I was like, what is that? I've never... It's the razor that the Apollo astronauts used when they went to the moon. And yes, folks, we went to the moon. I know that fella earlier was asking, do you believe that we went to the moon? Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy guy. Birmingham, Alabama. Good job, Will. Clay, I normally do live streams just very rarely. Very rarely. Alex, okay, so everybody, here's what's happening. My wife and I are going to Chicago at some point, I don't know when, with the kids. We're all going to Alex's house. And I'm gonna hang out on the couch. What are we gonna watch? I can't remember. I'm gonna shave on the couch for some reason, and then we're gonna drive around in her husband's Tesla. It's gonna be a crazy night. It's gonna be a live vlog. Oh my gosh. Yeah, buy me a menthol farm. Thank you, Scott. Please do. Your Thai friends refuse to change the safety razor. Well, to each his own. To each his own, you know. You can't force someone to do something like that. They have to be inspired to do anything. I know we need another coffee, you know, out here on the porch when the sun's coming up in the morning. Maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know. Depends. I saw her standing there. There you go. That's good. That's good, Clay. So everyone look out for Clay Novak's video. Check him out right now. And you know, subscribe to him, and he's going to put up his first YouTube video that was inspired by one of my videos on my other channel. So that's cool. Hey Johan, how you doing? Unfortunately, I was just joking. I'm not going to Chicago anytime soon. I was there in last May, but I'll be in California next month. I would love to visit Scotland. I'm a huge fan of your products. Yeah, I've been to London a few times, but I've never been to Scotland, so I'd love to go there. Absolutely. But I think we're coming up to the last 30 seconds of this live feed, everybody. Southern California. Going to LA, Stephen. Going to LA and Palm Springs next month. And so yeah, I have got to go see a man about a horse. But have a great night, mostly casual sometimes. Yeah, I'll be out there in Disneyland for a day. And let's see. Thanks for entering you tonight. Thanks, Hayden. Good to see you, Scott. Good night. Good night, Serpek, Kin. Good night, Tyler. Good night, Johan. It's starting to get cold here in Texas. Good night, Craig. Good night, Clay. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody check out Clay's channel tomorrow. Tyler. Good night, Moon. Good night, Mush. That's right. Good night, Travis. Good night, Alex. Good night, Alan. Good night, everybody. Good night, Santiago. Everybody, thanks for joining me. Good night, Rick. Good night, Spencer. Good night, Sliema. Good night, Will. Good night, Mark. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Multi-Sooner One. Good night, Spencer. Another Texas boy out there in West Texas. Good night, Barry. Good night, Mike. I know, there's a lot of people. This has been a great one. Thanks for joining me. Oh, good night, Alari, out there in Finland. Good night, Jill. I won't forget about your challenge, left-handed. Good night, Clay. Wolf Ranger 2008. Everybody, good night. So, from all of us here to all of you there, good night, and thanks for joining me.